Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. Today, we're going to be talking about Vanguard. Now, I'm positive pretty much none of you have ever heard of this movie. I'm right there with you because I didn't know this even existed until a few days ago. So, just like my Two Hearts video, this one just kind of came out of nowhere. Uh, but it's being released theatrically. It's in like 1,300 theaters, so I have to talk about it. I'm obligated to make a video on it. So here we are. So yeah, we're gonna go over the pros and cons for Vanguard. So let's do this as fast as possible. Pros. Movie stars Jackie Chan. Dude's a legend. He does his own stunts, so dude's legit. He's had plenty of successful American movies. Like, we Americans know who he is. The Rush Hour movies and the Karate Kid 2010 remake come to mind. Those are the ones that come off the top of my head. But yeah, he has a pretty large fan base. So there's that too. I don't know how many of his fans are going to show up to see this, but his fan base does exist, so it's better than nothing. I'm trying to think really hard what else, but I'm blank. I'm blank. I can't think of anything. Okay, cons. There's a lot of cons. Con number 1. This movie has had no marketing, no advertisements, no nothing. Not even a single YouTube ad. It's just non-existent. So that's definitely a con. It's the fact that most people don't even know this exists. So con number 2, if you couldn't tell already, this is a Chinese movie that's being released theatrically in the States. But the thing is, when it was released in China, it was originally supposed to be released in January. That obviously didn't happen because, of course, China was pretty much shut down during that period, during the initial COVID outbreak over there, before it came to the States. But yeah, fast forward to like September, it came out in China. It only made like $45 million, which is weak, for that market because, Chinese movies, they can make some serious dollar or yen, to be more accurate, in their home country. I mean, one of them made like $800 million in just China alone, which is insane. I mean, that's the equivalent of Star Wars Force Awakens making 900 million here or Endgame making 800 million here. That doesn't happen often, especially in a single country. But yeah, like Chinese movies in their home country can do very well. This didn't. So if it can't succeed in China, what chance does it have here in the States? So that's definite con. Another con is that Jackie Chan, as legendary, as well known as he is, his track record can be a bit spotty sometimes. His last movie that was released in America was The Foreigner back in 2017. And although it was a bit of a different role for him, it just didn't do all that great here. It only made like $33 million, which is weak. I mean, it did better overseas, but still, that's not exactly a great number. So yeah, that's another con. Fourth con is that foreign movies, when it comes to how well they do in America, it's usually goes in two directions. First direction is that you can be a Passion of the Christ or a Hero or a Fearless, two Jet Li movies, or what was it, Life is Beautiful? That was an Oscar winner. Parasite last year, that was a big one. You know, that won Best Picture, which some people were mad about because one, it's not American, and two, people don't like reading subtitles because according to them, reading is hard. Get out of here with that. And then of course there's anime. We Americans embrace anime, some say a little too much, but still, plenty of anime movies that have come from Japan have done well here in the States. Most One of the bigger ones was Dragon Ball Super Brawly, about almost 2 years ago at this current date. That did really well. So foreign movies can be successful here. It happens. It can happen. But then there's the other direction where they get no marketing, no push, no nothing, and they just exist and then they're gone. They make no money. This is definitely going to fall into the latter camp. It's guaranteed to. So, yeah, that's definitely a con. And the final con, a pandemic. But the thing is, the pandemic has gotten worse. New cases have been reaching all-time highs. There's new restrictions, mandates, etc., etc. And as a result, movie theaters are getting hurt again. About 17% of them have closed this weekend. That's a terrible sign. That's an omen for things to come. And what's even worse is that the theatrical market is just a disaster right now, especially with the news that Wonder Woman 1984 is going to be in both theaters and HBO Max. That really puts a dent into the exhibitions. Like I remember they were thinking, oh, the holidays will save us. It'll be our saving grace. Nope. Nope. Not at all. It's the complete opposite. So, yeah, releasing a movie in theaters now is pretty much just suicide. It's financial suicide at this point. You're better off just releasing it on a streaming platform until things get better. But until that happens, yeah, releasing a movie theatrically, it's just not worth it. It just isn't. So, yeah. Overall, opening weekend, less than 1 million. Guaranteed less than 1 million. I'm thinking 500,000 to 1 million. Somewhere in that range. It could be lower than that. Who knows? But yeah, overall, probably reach, I'm guessing, 1 million or more. Maybe 1 to 2 million. And then after that, it's just going to die. And then no one will ever think about it ever again. So that's it. For that, the next movie I'm going to be talking about is The Croods 2. That's still going to come out unless they pull at the last second, which I don't see them doing. But then after that, there's All My Life, and that's pretty much it. Well, there's Monster Hunter, News of the World, Promising Young Woman. I'm likely not going to do Wonder Woman 1984 because I don't do theatrical plus streaming or premium video on demand. I just don't do that. I just do theatrical only because trying to figure it all out, it's just confusing. So I'm probably not going to do Wonder Woman. Then after that, that's it. That's it for 2020. And what a way it's going to end. It's going to end in whimper isn't even a word. It's just a complete. I can't even think of something. But then there's also January. I don't see the January schedule surviving. I don't see February surviving either. March is kind of iffy. We'll see about that. April looks a bit better. Then May, June, July, I think things will finally get back to normal then. But until then, things are going to be dead. Real dead. So, yeah. That's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share, the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this, I got a playlist on the homepage where I've done predictions for every movie that's come out this year. I know there's not a whole lot, but there's not much I can do about that. So if you want to check out all those predictions, mainly the ones that were successful, like say, I don't know, Bad Boys for Life, Sonic. Those are only two I can think of. Even other ones like Doolittle and Birds of Prey. Those are like the only ones that are, I guess Tenet too, that are really worth a damn. But if you want to check all those out, go right ahead. And back when I thought everything would be cool, everything would be fine, I would do a bunch of summer predictions, fall, winter. I would have a whole just everything would be good. Everything would be it would be a grand old time. Yeah, it's sad thinking about it now, but if you want to look at all those videos, go right ahead. I have two other playlists. One is I do a recap of monthly box office, but because 2020 is 2020, I'm going to do a 2-in-1 recap next month. It'll be about October and November, so stay tuned for that. It's also the canceled series where I literally just did an episode where Wonder Woman 1984 is going to go to HBO Max. Peter Rabbit 2's been delayed, which is so tragic. Some other stuff went down, but yeah, that whole series is basically just me looking at every movie that has been affected by COVID. So if you want to look at all those episodes, go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Bye.